to watch this.
Kunle, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't think you've realised because you ain't looked at the table.
Has it come to this?
Let me deal with you real quick.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to be in your position, my brother. You know why?
Top of the
because you haven't
top
played.
of the league with a win tomorrow.
Now listen, you haven't played in it. So before you start shaking your bum tonight, be sure that you're going to do something against Villa. Be sure. Because if you don't do something against Villa and then you flop against Bayern Munich,
you'll love it. You'll love it if they beat us, yeah?
Mining the cronies in the chat. However, I will say this. I want Tottenham to get Champions League because of us. I don't give a damn what Arsenal do. I don't care. And for me, the one thing that keeps Kunle up at night is this, and let me remind Kunle. Kunle knows that if his team doesn't win either the Champions League or the Prem, then they're just like Tottenham. We gave all this hot air, all this bluster, and at the end, what do you have to show for it? Absolutely nothing. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm not going to lie to you. If Arsenal flop against Aston Villa, it means that Easter started this week because they dropped points against Bayern Munich or they flopped against Bayern and they're flopping against Villa. So it means my prediction about Arsenal's potential bottle could still come to pass.
3 days later, 3 weeks later, many months later, 6.5 hours later, 1 eternity later, 2,000 years later, 3:28 a.m. tomorrow, day 2, day 3, day 4.
I only tried to help. I tried to help, guys. I tried to warn you. I tried to encourage you. I tried to push Arsenal over the line. Okay. Now, I was telling Brandon at the beginning of the season that there is no difference between Arsenal and Spurs. I said it even last week. There's no difference between Arsenal and Spurs. And I saw in the chat people telling me there's levels to this. Levels.
Yeah.
sorry.
You trying to say that we played the ultimate April Fools?
Well, you know, I said it.
It's my sister's birthday today.
The thing is, they don't just call me the Arsenal Slayer for no reason. There is a method to the madness because I've been studying this Arsenal team and I know there's something around the number 7. And I knew there was a correlation between Arsenal and April. And what happened, Brandon? Let's be real. And why football? What happened was you guys got a little carried away. What happened was when you beat Brighton, you started shaking your bums. Or at least in my comments on my channel, a lot of Arsenal fans had got red thongs out and they were shaking their bum, walking down Highbury and Islington High Road. And I was like, chill out. Even on Saturday, one touch, Kunle had the audacity to try to make jokes with me about Newcastle. And I warned him. I said, Kunle, you're in a dangerous position. Don't start shaking your bum when you haven't played Villa. But because he was so certain that Arsenal was going to beat Villa, I was like, all right, cool. And then I said to him, it could be a madness. You could have a mad week where you lose the Prem and you're out of the Champions League. Guys, here we are, Wednesday, and you're out of the champs. You're tuned now because hindsight is a wonderful thing. Arsenal fans, the only thing I can say to you tonight, and there's going to be a lot of cooking tonight, is after all that bluster, why football? I'm looking at you, my bro. True Gunner TV, I'm looking at you, my bro. After all that hot air, you got done by the month of April. Is that it? Is that it? Again, I saw what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer. And it's come to pass. I can't lie, Cass and Mons. When they slapped up Brighton, I actually doubted myself. This is the first time I doubted my predictions where I went, you know what? Man could be wrong.
No, your predictions being brazy though, but continue.
Bloody hell! It's game, set, and match is over. Arsenal's done. And in the end, Arsenal will finish in a Champions League position. Spurs will finish in the Champions League position. And when I said at the beginning of the season that Tottenham and Arsenal were on par with each other at the moment, it means I was right, guys. It means I was right. And the killer of killers is big up to Eric Dyer. Because at Tottenham, he couldn't get a sniff. We wouldn't have let this guy near our starting lineup.
We got told Guerrero is there to double up on Saka. He got the assist.
Kaz, you told me.
But Dennis, I think what the point that Brandon's trying to make, and it's the point that I've been trying to make, really, and I'm just going to kind of break it down. It feels like Arsenal are in the upside down in Stranger Things, and they can't find their way. They can't find their way back.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I think they can't find their way back. So at the moment, what we've seen is that last year you guys fell off. Yeah, 7 games to go. You were top of the league, and then you got scared of being top. This season, you fought your way to top. You got there, and then all of a sudden, last 7 games, you are scared of being top. Based on the last 2 seasons, I would predict that next season, Arsenal would be top around this time. I can almost bet 50 quid that Arsenal would be top of the league come end of March. And then the last 7 games, they will fall off. And what Brandon is trying to say is he's had enough. Why wait to see it a 3rd time when you can get rid and bring in a Diego Simeone, someone of substance to take you over the line?